Miriam was a child, different from every other child. She had a special gift, which her mother knew about even before birth. From the moment she could speak, she began to see things that ordinary eyes could not see. Her parents, blessed with this special child, often found themselves in different troubling situations because of her gifts. Some people concluded that Miriam was possessed. Others said she's a witch. Others who understood her abilities embraced her. Miriam could see glimpses of the future. She always tried to warn people about certain dangers even before it happens. Sometimes she was able to stop. Other times she could not, either because of stubbornness or doubt from people. When Miriam was about to enter secondary school, her mother sat her down. She was very worried. "Miriam, please don't say everything you see. It will only bring you trouble, and I've had enough troubles already," her mother said. "Also, remember, when you're angry, things can go wrong. So try to always stay on your own in school." Miriam nodded, promising to do all that her mother had said. Though, deep down, she knew it would be difficult to suppress her gifts. Few weeks later, she resumed school. Miriam was a brilliant student, admired by her teachers, but envied by some of her classmates. Whenever a challenging question comes up in class, she's always the one with the answer. That also made some of her classmates jealous of her. Some of her classmates also liked her, while some students sought her help. Others whispered behind her back, calling her names and spreading rumors about her. One fateful day, as Miriam walked home with her classmates, she spotted Mrs. Abu, one of her teachers, heading towards her usual route. A vision flashed before her eyes, an accident waiting to happen. Miriam rushed to Mrs. Abu, urging her not to take that path. "There's an accident waiting for you," she said. Mrs. Abu looked at her, surprised. She asked, "How did you know?" Miriam was unable to explain. Immediately, some of her schoolmates who had been watching them started laughing and making mockery of her. Mrs. Abu walked away and continued her journey. The next day, the news hit like a thunderclap. Mrs. Abu had been in a terrible accident and was fighting for her life in the hospital. Whispers filled the school and fingers pointed at Miriam. The principal called her into her office, demanding to know what really happened. Miriam explained to the principal that she only warned Mrs. Abu not to take that route. The principal asked her, "How did you know she was going to have an accident? Or are you the cause of it?" Miriam looked at the principal, surprised, unable to say a word. As she left the principal's office, Miriam spotted Kafayat, a senior student, standing alone close to a tree. A vision struck her. Kafayat was pregnant and would lose her life if she attempted to terminate the pregnancy. Miriam wanted to pass the message to her, but she remembered the trouble she had just faced. She immediately went back to her class. She was disturbed and needed to pass the message to Kafayat. So during break time, she went to search for her. Luckily, she found Kafayat discussing with two other girls at the back of their class. She signaled Kafayat that she wanted to see her. Kafayat and the three girls exchanged a weird look. Kafayat went to her. Without wasting any time, Miriam told her, "I know you're pregnant and you're trying to terminate it. If you try taking that baby out of you, you will lose your life in the process." Kafayat was shocked and she tried asking her how she knew. But Miriam left almost immediately. Days passed and the rumors about Miriam increased. fueled by Abiba, a classmate who had taken it upon herself to turn everyone against Miriam. Abiba's jealousy was increasing daily, and Miriam knew all along that it has always been Abiba. So one morning, as Miriam walked into the school, she saw Abiba speaking with another student. A vision of Abiba's brother, missing for 2 years, flashed before her. Abiba's brother was alive, but trapped in an unknown place. His memory lost. Miriam started walking towards Abiba to tell her where to find her brother, but she suddenly stopped, remembering how harsh Abiba can be. She feared she might even embarrass her, so she just walked past her and headed towards her class. That evening, Miriam confided in her mother about her vision. "You must decide what to do," her mother advised. "Your gift is a blessing, but it can also be a burden." As weeks passed, the atmosphere at school grew tense. Miriam's classmates continued to shun her, and even those who had once been friends began to distance themselves. One day, a disaster loomed. A gas leakage had been detected in the school science lab, and the administration was unaware about it. Miriam felt a sense of urgency wash over her. She raced to the principal's office, her heart pounding. "You have to evacuate the school. There's a gas leakage," she cried. The principal was surprised and confused at the same time, but Miriam's conviction was undeniable. She led the evacuation, her classmates and other students following her lead. Confusion and fear etched on their faces. Just as the last student exited the building, a loud explosion rocked the school. The gas leakage had ignited, but thanks to Miriam's warning, everyone was safe. In that moment, the school community rallied around Miriam. Students who had once mocked her now expressed their gratitude. Even Abiba, who had been her number one enemy, approached her with tears in her eyes. "Thank you for saving us," she said, her voice trembling. For the very first time, Miriam felt a sense of pride in her gift. Days later, Miriam found the courage to tell Abiba about her brother. With her help, Abiba's family located him and he was brought home, his memory slowly returning. The reunion was emotional, and Abiba's family expressed their heartfelt gratitude to Miriam. The once divided school community began to heal, and Miriam found herself at the center of a newfound respect. No longer was she the outcast, she was now a hero. As the week passed, Miriam continued to navigate her gifts with more confidence. She learned to balance her visions with the advice of her mother, sharing only what she felt was necessary. Her classmates began to approach her for guidance, and she became a source of support for those in need. The whispers that once surrounded her transformed into stories of bravery. One day, while sitting under a tree during lunch, Miriam overheard a group of students discussing their fears about an upcoming school event. They were worried about a potential accident during the science fair, where experiments would be conducted in front of the entire school. Miriam felt a familiar tug in her chest, a vision brewing. She knew she had to act fast. That evening, she approached the teachers with her concerns. "I see something bad happening during the science fair if we don't take precautions," she explained. The teachers exchanged skeptical glances, but Miriam's previous actions had earned her some credibility. They agreed to implement safety measures, ensuring that all experiments were supervised and that emergency protocols were in place. The day of the science fair arrived, and excitement burst through the air. Miriam watched as her classmates showcased their project, her heart racing with anticipation. As the event progressed, she felt a sense of unease creeping in. Suddenly, she spotted a group of students preparing a particularly volatile experiment without proper supervision. Panic surged through her as she rushed over, her voice urgent. "Stop! You need to follow the safety guidelines." Her warning came just in time. The student listened and a teacher intervened, preventing a potential disaster. The crowd erupted in applause, and Miriam felt a wave of relief wash over her. She had saved the day once again. As the fair concluded, Miriam stood surrounded by her classmates, who now looked at her with admiration. Abiba approached her, a smile breaking through her as usual. "You really are something special, Miriam. I'm sorry for how I treated you before," she said, her sincerity evident. Miriam smiled back, feeling a warmth in her heart. From that day onwards, Miriam embraced her gift fully. She became a beacon of hope and guidance for her peers, using her abilities to help others navigate their challenges. The school transformed into a place of acceptance, where differences were celebrated rather than feared. Miriam's journey had not only changed her life, but had also brought her community closer together. In the end, Miriam learned that her gift was not just a burden, but a blessing. She had the power to change lives, and with that realization, she stepped into her future with confidence, ready to face whatever comes next. Now we have come to the end of another beautiful story. I hope you enjoyed this. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. See you next time. Bye for now.